My eyeliner on my eyes is not matching. Please don't judge me. Hello everybody, welcome back to The Glitter Enthusiast. Today's video is kind of going to be a rant. I hope you're okay with that. If you're not, I'm sorry. If you don't like these sort of videos, I'm sorry, but this is going to be kind of a rant because I'm a little bit annoyed. This video is going to be titled, What Nobody Tells You About Moving to California, and not in a good way. I'm going to start out with a disclaimer. California's great, it's got great location, I have great friends here, there's a lot to do, there's the beach, there's great weather, etc, etc, etc. And so that, I'm just going to start out with that. But even though it's fantastic, there's also a lot of bad sides to living in California. I'm going to tell you about them. And before anybody comments, then why do you live there? Well, obviously because the pros trump the cons. Okay, that's why I live here. But there are some bad things and I just want to share them with you because I'm a little bit annoyed about them. Number one, everything run by the government is so slow. Oh my God. So slow. I'm talking VER, hospitals, urgent care, DMV. I don't know if all these things are run by the government. Doesn't matter. Any sort of high system in place where there's like a lot of forms that you have to fill out, they are horrible. They're so slow, especially the DMV. It's so slow and it's not organized chaos, it's just chaos, and I have no idea how anyone gets anything done there. See, in Michigan, the longest time you will wait to be attended at the DMV is maybe, if it's crazy packed, 1 hour. That's like the longest ever you will wait. Normally it's like a 20-minute wait. If it's like a crazy time, then 1 hour. Here, the normal time you wait is 1 hour. That's like the least amount of time you wait. It's horrible. In Michigan, I went to urgent care on Christmas Day because I was extremely sick. Christmas Day, they were understaffed on Christmas Day. There were like six sick people outside in the waiting room, and I had a 5-minute wait. 5 minutes, understaffed, Christmas, and there were 6 other people possibly in front of me, behind me, I don't remember, I was really sick. But like, there's 6 other people in there and I had to wait 5 minutes. In California, I went on a Sunday, which I get it, it's the weekend. I go to urgent care a lot because I get sick a lot anyway, and it's bad sick. I don't just go to the doctor for anything. It was bad sick. Anyway, doesn't matter. I went to urgent care last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I don't remember, because I was sick. There was me and another person waiting. 2 people waiting. And I had to wait 45 minutes before I was attended. 45 minutes. Really? There's no one else in there. Why? Why? I have heard, I've never been to the ER, but I have heard the ERs in California have an 8-hour wait time. 8 hours. You could die in 8 hours. Now, granted, I've heard if you're really sick, then you get to cut everybody in line, but 8-hour wait for ER would not happen in Michigan, anywhere in Michigan. I know this isn't everywhere in California, but nowhere in Michigan would that happen that I know of. I mean, maybe it has happened before, but not that I've ever heard of. Like, that's ridiculous. The roads in California are not great. They're really bad, actually. There's a lot of potholes. There's a lot of there's no drainage whatsoever. I don't know why, they just don't have drainage. So when it rains, everything just floods because it's not, I don't know who the frick, like, engineered the infrastructure. Some idiot, obviously, because everything's just like a hot mess. Everything's broken all the time. Everything's always under construction. And I want to know where my taxes go. Like, where do my taxes go? I pay so much taxes, but the roads are always crap. Where are my taxes going? Huh? Like, what? Why? Why do I have to pay so much money if you're not going to fix the roads? I know the schools are horrible. I'm sorry. I can't generalize and say that the schools are horrible, but this is the only state that I have run into multiple people who have been to the public school system and have been to college, and they have asked me if Africa is a country. If Africa is a country. If you are watching this video and you're like, isn't Africa a country? You are part of the problem. You're probably from California. No, I'm kidding, I'm sorry. But this is the state where I've run into the most people who have asked me if Africa's a country. And I'm like, where are my taxes going? They're obviously not going to schools because you think Africa's a country. They're obviously not going to the roads because they're crappy. Where's all the money going? Okay. Driving in California is another thing in itself. I can make just an entire video about this. People here cannot drive at all. The driving test is like ridiculous. It asks you like the stupidest questions in the world and you're like, this has nothing to do with driving. Is this why everyone sucks at driving? Yes, probably, because you're not talking about driving. You're just talking about personal opinions on dumb crap like what times can you park on a bridge? How on earth is that going to help somebody drive? Although I got that answer right, I don't know what it was. But either way, that test, like, I think an 8-year-old could have passed that test, which makes sense, and that's probably why no one here can drive, because you're asking them stupid questions. Like, why isn't one of the questions, when should you use a turn signal? And the answer is, whenever you're going to turn, not just when you feel like it. Anyway. A little bit annoyed, as I said at the beginning of the video. I'm sorry if you don't like rants, but this is how I feel. Last point is going to be the parking, which I think is a thing in big cities where there's a lot of people, but like the parking here is pretty terrible. There's no parking anywhere. There's no paid parking anywhere. Just everything is full because it's really overpopulated. And this just takes me back to a video forever ago where we were talking about overpopulation and like, stop. Okay? Like, just stop reproducing. I mean, just kidding. You can reproduce if you want. But like, there's just so many people already. You like California, don't you? Yes, because you were born and raised here, because you a Cali girl. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. That was not what the point of the video was. I'm just ranting a little bit, but California is fantastic, and yeah.